working. Go ahead.
Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting parents whose children have passed. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non dogmatic way. Helping Parents Heal affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non religious background, and encourage open dialogue. Attendance at this meeting is voluntary. We hope that participants will learn from and share with each other. Discussions here are not designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Zoom meetings run by leadership are not confidential. These meetings typically feature guest presenters and are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members worldwide can watch and benefit. Neither type of Helping Parents Heal meeting is designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with our children who've passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinions of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members, so we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally. Welcome, everyone. We're so glad you're here with us this evening, and thank you, Kamberlee, for being here.
Yes, thank you, Kamberlee, for being here. We're thrilled to have you and everyone else. And if you'd like to write who you are, where you're from, and if you're an affiliate leader, caring listener, or if you're a board member of Helping Parents Heal, so that we can recognize you and others will know. And I'm going to go ahead and read Kamberlee's bio. And again, we're just so excited to have her here because, again, she's a shining light parent, and so exciting for me to be able to see these parents who have made this journey and who are able to communicate not only with their own children, but with other people's children as well. So here we go. Kamberlee Carlton is an evidential medium, intuitive guide, animal communicator, mentor, and NDE survivor based in Washington State. As a Shining Light parent, she is devoted to sharing that love is an eternal bond that continues beyond physical death. Through her connection with those in spirit, Kamberlee delivers meaningful evidential messages with clarity and compassion. Whether seeking communication with a loved one in spirit, a cherished pet, or guidance from your own spiritual team, she provides insight to support healing, peace, and understanding. Kamberlee is also passionate about mentoring others and helping them deepen their own intuitive and spiritual gifts through private sessions, demonstration, church services, and mentorship. Her website is www.kamberleeandspirit.com. She's offering a discount to parents of Helping Parents Heal, which is HPH88, and that's for 20% off. And I will go ahead and put her website as well as the discount code in the chat box. And without further ado, please join me and Irene in welcoming beautiful Kamberlee Carlton. Welcome, Kamberlee.
Oh, thank you so much, Elizabeth and Irene. I really appreciate you having me here tonight. It's such an honor and a true blessing. Every time I'm able to connect to one of your children in spirit, I'm so thankful, and I just have so much gratitude for that experience. And I always like to remind you all that I'm not special in any way. I'm a mom, a parent, just like each of you. And I never thought in a million years I would become a medium, but through looking at the afterlife once my son transitioned and spiritual topics and wanting to connect first and foremost to my son and keep that connection going is how I really went on this journey, and I went on it with him. And each one of you are capable of going on that same journey that I went on as well. You're all able of connecting in your own ways. So I always like to pass that along because you can do it too. And I just want to, before we start, maybe just go through some housekeeping things because every medium works a little bit differently. But a lot of these things will go for any medium who's doing a gallery. So something that I always like to remind everyone is your loved ones in spirit really know what message you need. They have an understanding of what you're going through. But if for some reason tonight you don't hear from your child, please know that it isn't that they didn't want to contact you directly, but collectively the kids get together and a message for one is a message for all a lot of times. A lot of times there is piggybacking that happens, and it's really, they coordinate and it's a team effort with your kids in spirit. So if you can take something away from someone else's contact, please do, because I know they're all working really, really hard to send their love to each and every one of you. Anything that I do receive from one of the kiddos, I'm not going to try to interpret it. It may not make any sense to me, but if you can understand it, that's what's really important. Now, some of the details when they come through, they may not make sense right away. Afterwards, though, sometimes something jogs your memory, or they send you on a scavenger hunt or to look for an old photo. Also, they can talk about things that are upcoming for you. So if something does come through, just maybe put it in the back of your mind or write it down for later. Sometimes what can happen as well is the information that they're bringing through might be for another member that you know. And so their kiddo is coming in with yours, but they come in first. But their mom or dad isn't on the meeting. So if you know someone and it sounds like their kid, maybe just if you can take the information for them, let me know, because oftentimes they pair up and your child is with them. I'm trying to think if there's really anything else that I need to go through. I know the kids are eager, so they're kind of moving me along. If anything else needs to come up in the way of maybe instructions, I'll let you know. But I want to go ahead and get started and not go through too much. But I would like to do, if I may, a quick kind of vibrational raising exercise. And this is really good because what it does is it allows you to raise your frequency and your vibration. So when you're wanting to connect with your kiddo, what you'll want to do is be in a space where you can kind of meet them halfway. So if you would, just take a moment with me and just get relaxed, and we'll just take like a few deep breaths. It's really simple. This won't take very long, but go ahead and just close your eyes for a moment. Go ahead and start taking that first deep breath in. You'll want to hold it for a few seconds and then slowly release it back out, just nice and easy. And then again, another easy breath in, and then slowly release that back out. We'll just do maybe one more deep breath in, hold for a moment, and slowly release it back out. And as you do so, I want you to just, if you can, think of your child and think of one of the fondest memories or one of the funniest memories you had with them. Remember that love you felt, that joy between the two of you. And I just want you to soak that in like a big hug. Just really feel that emotion, that joy, and that love, that nurturing that you feel for them. And as you're doing, just continue to take nice, slow breaths in. And as you think of them, I just want you to send a thought out to them, thought of gratitude. Gratitude for that time that you spent with them. those memories that they were able to bring to you, that joy that they provided. And as you feel that love and that joy, that's raising your vibration. So this is an exercise that you can do anytime before you want to connect to your child. Because gratitude and love are the two best things for raising your vibration. Whenever you're ready, just go ahead and slowly open your eyes and just come back into your space. Like I said, it's very quick, but can be very effective. All right. So with that, kind of as I wrap up, gonna go ahead and turn over to the kids now because I know they're excited. So let me just see who wants to work with me first. Oh, excuse me, let me get a drink before we get started here. Okay, so I do have a very beautiful but shy young girl. I do see her with more of straighter, I would say medium length to longer hair, red or kind of auburn ginger hair, some freckles, fair skin. I know she's a thinner build but athletic. I do know that she would be the way that I'm seeing her, and I'm not good with ages, but upper teens. I don't think she's over 21. So upper teens. Although she was shy, she did have a lot of friends. And I do get a sense that she was very creative and into academics as well. And I am seeing her with what looks like some sort of like school jersey, like a sports jersey. I'm not seeing the actual jersey, but it's like a jacket that would go over the jersey. And I feel like this is for school. Yeah, and I do know that she is driving age because she is showing me in a car in the driver's seat. So, can anyone take this yet? I know that's probably not specific enough quite yet, but I just want to see.
Only one person so far, Kamberlee, and she said, sounds like my 22-year-old, except she was very blonde.
Let me just go back and see if I can get a little bit more from her. It is also showing me that she would have worked a part-time job as well. And I get the sense from her personality that she was busy. She liked to stay busy. Like her calendar was full. So does that help?
We also have Lisa Feinstein who's saying it could be her daughter. Let's see. So let's see. I'm just wondering.
Lisa, could you understand her working a part-time job as well?
Let's see. So Lisa, both of them are Lisa, actually. The two
Oh,
moms are Lisa. So we
that'd
have,
be funny if the girls came in together because both their moms are Lisa. Okay, let me just get like maybe one more thing. Um, oh, okay, okay, hold on. For one of them, would her hair have been more strawberry blonde? Because I do feel like I'm getting two now, but one is more of a strawberry blonde and the other is a darker kind of auburn.
okay. So Lisa's saying yes in college and worked, so that doesn't answer the question. No. Um, let's see. So Lisa is saying mine was blonde, but dark blonde. And then Lisa's saying my darling was ash blonde. So neither of them have any auburn, it looks
I
like.
feel like there's a very warm tone to what I'm seeing. Um, yeah, and I'm seeing freckles. So, and I do feel like with her also, um, I do get the sense of an illness, but this isn't a long illness, and her passing feels like it happens not over years, but more so within a few months.
Okay, we're just waiting for them to
So
respond.
Okay.
Lisa Feinstein is saying yes. And then Lisa Kendall is saying my girl passed many years ago. Okay.
Can I
Um,
talk to Lisa Feinstein? I just want to kind of
Okay, I've asked
ask her just a
Lisa
couple of
Feinstein
things.
to unmute, and I'm going to spotlight her.
let's see. And spotlight Kimberly as well. There we go.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Yes, I think the other mother didn't realize that you were asking how long, I mean, how the illness was, but yeah, my daughter died of an illness, and it was like 6 months of bad of a
Okay.
bad illness. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm with you if I can continue to work with you.
Sure.
Okay. Now, I also feel like I have to talk about her writing, and I feel like you would have her writing as well.
That's true. Yes.
And she's bringing the writing up because I feel like she wants you to go back through it. I feel like you've gone through it before, but she's bringing it back up again because I feel like,
Okay.
would you understand like a short story or something that it doesn't feel like a short poem or anything. This feels more so like a short story that she's giving me.
Yes. She wrote a lot, and she loved books, and there's this kind of thing. I found it after she died. It was like you add, you put your own ending or your own addition. It's like a website that people are a part of. It's called like my I don't remember, but she posted and like a book. She put her own like response to a book or something. You know what I mean? Like her own
Yeah,
ending, a book. Anyway,
yeah, that
online.
makes sense.
I found that
Because I
afterwards.
feel like she's bringing in that because it's relevant for you and how she wants to continue writing a story with you. So she definitely is wanting you to get re-inspired by her writing. And I know that this, what feels like she's giving me 2 years. There's something about the next 2 years for you
Well, she
that,
just died. She died 2 years ago this Saturday. So like 5 days from now, she died 2 years ago. So maybe
okay, so that's
two
why
is
she's
that.
coming through.
She died May 23rd, 2024. So
Okay,
that's
that
coming
makes
up. Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. But I do feel like also the next 2 years for you, she's giving me this focused, driven kind of um release almost in a way that feels like writing yourself.
Okay, I am writing about her. But thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
good, good. So she just wants to confirm that, and she's a part of it. So, and you
Oh,
already know
thank
this.
you.
I always feel like
Thank
I'm breaking news here, but I'm not because you know these things.
you.
So
Thank you.
yes, she's just confirming it. And now she is showing me blowing out a candle. Um, it's just one candle though. So would you understand on her birthday or angel date, you light a candle for her?
I will. Yes.
Okay, because she's acknowledging that, but it's not, I don't feel like a white candle. Is it like a bright color?
We have I'm sorry, my other daughter's screaming. We have a candle that like somebody gave me like a you turn it on. It's like not a real candle, but it's like and it's a light yellow.
Okay.
And I also have other I have real candles too, but yeah.
Okay, because I'm just the one she's showing me. It's like a bright color. Okay, and then okay, I feel like also were you moving things from one room to another in your home? Because she's showing me like shuffling things around, not completely
I
moving
was
locations.
I was in her room recently, and I was going through her stuff because a friend of hers asked I was just gonna I was like send some jewelry to her. I mean, send some things from to a friend. So I was just in there like this past weekend. So um that's probably what you're talking about and
Okay,
stuff. Yeah.
okay.
Um
And I also need to also comment too about her sister wearing her clothes.
and that's true too. And literally it just happened because her sister went through her room too and pulled out some
Like a big oversized sweatshirt or something that she's
Yeah,
showing me.
totally. And you mentioned the sweatshirt, and Kate always wore like her high school sweatshirts. That she was always wearing her high school sweatshirts. Like she was a
Okay.
swimmer, and so constantly was wearing like her swim team sweatshirts.
Yep.
Always, yeah.
Good, good. Now, was she also a good debater, or did she like to kind of banter back and forth?
No, really. You mentioned shy, and she was kind of shy, but she had a lot of friends. So she wasn't too much of
There's
a debater,
there's this
but
feeling she's giving me about um, kind of standing up for what she believes in, almost kind
that's
of like
good.
in a debating way. Like I'm not going to be pushed around. This is what I believe, and this is why I believe it. But she would do it diplomatically, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes, but still also like uh, shy in some
Mhm.
degree. So not usually strong in her beliefs, but not a
Yeah.
challenging kind of person. But yeah,
But I feel like that's why people would gravitate towards her because she was such a kind soul and would
yeah.
stick up for others and would, stick up for what she believed in and what was important as well. Now, she's showing me something kind of funny. And again, I try not to interpret this. She's showing me you and you're crouched down on the floor. It's not carpet, it feels hard, like hardwood floor.
Mhm.
And like I'm looking under a bed and like something rolled underneath there. And you're trying to see if that's where it rolled, was under the bed.
Yeah, I think I do remember doing that. Like I remember that, and I
It
don't.
feels recent, like you're
Yeah,
either
no, I totally know what you're talking about. And I don't remember where that was. I could have been at work. Or But I do remember that, and that's weird that you mentioned that because I think that did happen like today. I don't remember if it was at home or at work, but I couldn't find something and it rolled down right there. But I swear that's
now.
weird. That
Yeah. Well, I love it when they bring in the unusual
yeah,
things. Um,
I'm trying to
and
remember exactly what that was, but
yeah,
yeah,
it just lets you know that she's with you, even in just the
wow,
mundane kind of day-to-day stuff, the random things. They're very close to you. So,
wow. That is so
but
cool. I think
yeah.
that.
Well, I'm
uh,
so glad that I was able to kind
Thank
of track
you.
you down through the
Oh,
chat there, and I know your
thank
daughter's
you.
beautiful, and she loves you, and
Thank you so
she's
much.
bringing through a lot of love for you and the rest of her family. What was your daughter's name?
Kate, and I'm sorry all these peacocks like out in the background, but yes, Kate. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
you're welcome. Thank you, and thank you. She's lovely.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you so much, Kimberly.
Yeah, of course.
That was awesome. And I just want to say, I mean, it's always fun to hear from Kate. Lisa Kendall is saying, blessings to you, Lisa. Our girls were very much alike. So it sounds like you brought messages through to the other Lisa as well. And the two girls were coming through together. So thank you.
Yeah, okay. Let me just see who is ready next. Okay, so I do have a young male, and I get the sense from him again. Um, Another shy one. He is making me feel like he did have it was a little more challenging for him to make friends. His friend circle was a lot smaller. Um, he's also making me feel that school was kind of challenging for him too. Um, he was not in a lot of like school sports or activities involving school. I just feel like he's giving me this sense of kind of having a rough go at it. It was challenging for him. Um, and I do also get that there was some depression with that, and I feel some anxiety. I feel as though others don't get me. I do feel like there were things that he was interested in, but even the things that he was interested in, sometimes that depression would really get in the way. And I do just get this feeling of kind of isolating myself from others. I want to get some more details about him. I do get that he's high school age as well. I see him with darker hair, more kind of like a bigger or husky build. And I do feel like he has at least one sibling, because he's talking about a sibling also. And I feel like that sibling would be younger. And I do just I get that he wants to come through with an apology to the sibling because I feel like he may have had crossed himself over. So can anyone understand that? I know that was kind of a lot there. I'm gonna go through the chat.
It looks like Nadia is raising her hand, which is so I don't know. Okay, and then
Nadia,
Christine also
yeah, let me.
sounds like my son, but older than high school age. So Nadia, maybe you could write in the chat box why you think it might.
Yeah, it
Um,
does. When I'm looking at the picture, Nadia, if that's your son, that looks pretty close to who I'm seeing in spirit. So if that's your son on your screen there,
I believe
um,
it is her son. So maybe should we go ahead and bring her up?
yeah,
Ask her to
yeah.
mute. Okay,
All
let's go
right, I've
ahead.
asked her to unmute and hopefully she can turn her video on. There she is. You have
Hmm.
to.
Hi, Nadia. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay. It's very faint. If you can maybe put your phone up a little closer for me. I'm hearing impaired. So my husband tries to say it's just me not wanting to hear him, but I guarantee. Okay. All right, Nadia. So that was your son on your screensaver there?
Yes.
Okay, because that looked just like who I was seeing. And you would understand that he would have crossed himself over in spirit.
Pardon me? Sorry, I didn't hear
You would
that.
understand that he would have crossed himself over to spirit.
He didn't. No. He died
Okay.
suddenly of cardiac arrest. But I think he didn't. He didn't mind leaving. So it was kind of weird. Like he was okay with that because he had written on things that he knew it was coming, and he was okay with that.
Okay, because I just get this sense of him. I get the sense of him being fairly depressed and being okay or contemplating crossing himself over.
That I'm not sure of, but he did isolate himself towards the end. His girlfriend had just broken up with him. He was feeling ill.
Okay.
But he had started seeing a therapist.
Okay. Let me continue with him. I want to get some firm evidence to make sure that I'm with you. But it did look like him on the photo. Um, I feel like I have to talk about the month of March. as being significant. This can be birthday or it can be around the passing. Did you understand the month of March?
No.
And if you can't, that's okay. That's okay. Um, let me just see hold tight if you can, but let me just see if there's anyone else that can take March and crossing themselves over.
Perfect.
So, let's see. Do we have anybody else that might be identifying? Um, it says Jen A says that a lot of this sounds like my son, except for the build. So, and then
And
Alex,
can you take he crossed himself over, and then I have to talk about the month of March also.
Also, Christine, if you
yeah,
can take that.
Yes, birthday March. Okay, okay. Let me see if I can just work with Jen and Nadia both.
okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Because a lot of times they do like to team up and help each other through it. Now, Nadia, would this be your son's first time coming through a medium?
Let's see. Can she unmute? Let's
You need to
see.
unmute again, Nadia.
Oh, I'm
He came
sorry.
through.
Both of us were trying to unmute you at the same time. Irene, go ahead and ask
That's
her, okay? And see if,
Okay.
okay,
okay.
there we go.
Yeah, he's come through. Okay. All right. Well, and so Jen, you can take all the other stuff for your son. Okay.
Pretty
All
pretty
right.
much. I mean, I don't know how much I should talk, but the only differences were he was really tall and kind of on the slimmer side. And um he struggled in school, but not academically. It was more because of his depression and anxiety. And
Okay.
he did play sports, but his depression and anxiety always got in the way.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I've got them both, and that's why some things are kind of maybe
Mixed.
going for Nadia and then some for Jen. Okay. So let me just bring Jen, your son, in a little bit more. Now, I do have to talk about the dog in spirit that crossed slightly after. So Jen, can you understand the dog?
No, we have a dog. This is terrible. We have a dog who's very, very, very old, but not crossed yet.
Okay, because I feel like I'm seeing him. Not a small dog. This is more of like a bigger dog. Okay, okay, that's fine. Um,
Unless Nadia might have, maybe they lost a dog right after. No.
now I think I'm still with you because March was the last thing that came up. So let me continue. Okay, I know you have Jen, but I also have to talk about another J name. Can you understand another J name in the family?
Lots of J names, and this has come up before. My his uncles were Jonathan and
No.
Jeremy.
Okay, okay.
Um, there are other J names too. I'm trying to
Okay.
think.
Okay. I was getting a strong JGO. Okay. So that makes sense. So I think I'm going to work with him first and then go back to Nadia. That way I'm not kind of ping ponging between and you guys are unmuting and muting and all that fun stuff. So, okay. Okay. So I feel like he's like tipping his hat to you because he's really proud of an achievement or what feels like you kind of pushed through something. And I want him to try to describe it a little bit more, but that's the initial feeling and that image that he's showing me. Um, and
Absolutely.
I feel like this is multi-step though. This isn't just like a one-time thing. I feel like this is something that's like multi-step for you.
Hmm. Yes. Yeah, it literally, there was like a breakthrough today.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
So he's aware and he's just letting you
Yeah.
know. Um, He's also taking me to a necklace. He's showing me a necklace that has to do with him. So he's just referencing that as
Yeah.
well. And I feel like I want to like hold it close to me. So this is something you would wear for him.
I have one that I wear, and then there's a neighbor of ours, and their son just got one for him that's It's almost gaudy. It's like a huge picture of him with gold and bling and all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Okay. Okay. All
Stop.
right.
Yes, I wear one every day that has my son's birth flowers on it. So
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So he's just acknowledging that. Um, Now he's showing me also, like, him kind of kind of leaning back in a chair, kicking his feet up, and he's relaxing, and he's making me feel like he wants to kick back and relax with you. And I feel like this is
Mhm.
his way of saying like you're doing a lot, like he's showing me like spinning plates.
Mm,
Um, and but it feels like not so much like a workload per se, but mental load.
Yes.
There's a lot going on there, and he's wanting you to kick back and relax with him. Um, he's wanting you to pick out one of his favorite funny movies. And I don't it's really corny or goofy, but
He's a goof.
okay, yeah, that's
Total
what it is.
goof.
And he's like, let's get some popcorn, let's Friday night, let's sit and chill and you can relax and you'll know I'll be there on the couch with you.
I love that. Thank you.
All right, yeah. So let me just see if there's any last things because I don't want to forget Nadia. She's in the store probably shopping. So let me get to her too. I also I feel like I have to give a shout out to Dad as
Mm,
well. So he also wants to give a shout out to Dad. Um, and I feel like Dad needs a hug.
mm, okay.
Okay, so he definitely wants to try to pass a hug along to Dad.
Any
Um, and also for Dad too, something about does he have a truck or sports utilities, like a bigger vehicle?
No.
Okay, okay. Um, I might be moving back to Naughty, so let me just thank your son. What was his name? Was it
Eli?
Eli? Okay, thank you so much, Jen. Thank you
Yeah,
for being patient while I work that out.
thank you.
Naughty, are you still there? Oh, hopefully she's there.
So
Hi.
hopefully we just asked her to, there she
Okay,
is, to
there
unmute.
you are.
Yes,
Good.
hi. And I'm outside.
Hi, Nadia. Okay.
Hi. It's perfect timing.
Oh, okay, good. So Nadia, would you understand, does your son's dad have a truck or sport utility? Because I was just shown that I have to talk about his, okay, I'm not sure where this truck or sport utility is coming
No,
in.
no, no.
Let me just write that down because that might be something that's just coming up, but it's just coming in really quick. All right. So would you understand, I'm being shown, a cell phone. Would you have gone through your son's cell phone? There's something about going through the phone, either looking for specific like information or messages or photos, but I feel like he wants to talk about
I
going through the
had,
phone.
yes, definitely. Not his phone, but my phone through his stuff.
Okay, because he's talking
Yeah.
about going through and he's showing me the phone going through it. Um, and he just gives me this sense of like, it's okay, I understand. And I feel like there's some funny kind of like memes or things that you saw that really made you laugh, and you were just like,
Oh my God.
oh,
I just made a video yesterday and I literally said that in the video. No, sorry, not yesterday. It's posted on my Facebook. I just
oh,
made a video of saying like the day that he passed, I had seen a meme on my Facebook, and I was gonna share it with him, but I already knew that he saw it through me. And I literally just said that in a video.
Oh, perfect, perfect. I love it. I love it. Okay. So yeah, so he's just acknowledging that and he's just laughing right along with you. And let me just get some more from him. Um, would you understand? I feel like I need to talk about either fostering or adopting a pet. Would you understand this?
Oh, I did adopt a pet after they transitioned. It didn't
Okay,
work
because he's
out.
talking about that. He's talking about that as
That's
well.
funny. It's a funny story.
Okay, okay, because he's talking about that. Let me just see why he's bringing that up. Would you understand? Did this pet like destroy things or tear something up?
Yeah, my other cat. They got into a
Okay,
fight.
they were fighting because I can just see like things being kind of like scratched and tore up. Okay, got it, got it, got it. Okay, so again, he's just kind of confirming that it's him. Um, and I feel like I also have to talk about, would you understand planning an upcoming like outing or trip for you? And it feels like kind of the first time you've really kind of gone out on your own since his passing.
Yes.
Okay, because he's proud of you. He's really proud of you for doing that. He wants you to have fun. He wants you to have fun. And just know he's gonna send you signs all night long. So please be aware that he's gonna be with you. He wants you to have fun and cut loose. Let me just see. And he just gives me the sense of like mom, I want you to know how much I love you, and you were the best mom ever, even if I didn't say it as much as what I needed or should have. But he hopes you can feel it now, how much he really loves you. And he's just giving like a really tight bear hug, like really tight bear hug.
It's making me so
So
emotional.
thank you so much for working that through
Thank
and
you.
sticking with me and
Yeah. The
know
JV
your
was
son's with
also
you
part
and
of
he's
it
proud of
too.
you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Nadia.
so much. Thank you.
Mm.
I'm not gonna make you.
Thank you, Nadia. Goodness, it's difficult to hear, Nadia. I'm so impressed that you were able to, Kamberlee. You did a great job.
Thankfully I've got my closed captions going, so it
Oh,
was
that's
okay.
really good. Yes.
All right. So let me go ahead. We've got some time. I'd like to maybe get one or two more. Okay. Now I have a young girl. She has fair hair. I want to say she's elementary school age. I do get the sense from her that she would have had an illness. This feels like it feels like something that went through her whole body, almost like in the bones or the bloodstream. Um, and she's holding a stuffed animal with her, and I also feel like the stuffed animal is important. I feel like mom still has the stuffed animal. Um, I feel like it's either like a purple or like a teal color. It's not like a natural like brown or gray, but it's cute pastel color. Um, and I feel like she was such a trooper, never complained, even though she was so sick. And I also get the sense that doctors would have said that she had so many months, but she like doubled it because she just like her will was so strong. She just like she didn't want to leave. Um, I know she also would have had a service, and so many of her friends and teachers and just the community came to the service also. So let me just put this out and see if anyone can understand this yet. Oh, I gotta scroll down.
Yeah, not yet. Or Waiting.
Okay, let me just keep going with her. I know she talks about siblings. I feel like brothers and sisters. I feel like I have to talk about like going like East Coast, West Coast almost. There's something about either like a move while she was here from one coast to another, or her family just recently moved, but there's something about East Coast, West Coast. I'm moving kind of far. It's not like within town. Let me just see. I also feel like I need to talk about the month of September as being significant also. See anything in the chat yet?
Not yet. Well, now Marissa said, oh my gosh, much
Okay.
of this is resonating with me.
Okay. Let's go ahead and bring Marissa up.
Okay. So let's go ahead.
Asked her to unmute.
Hi.
Hi, Marissa. Okay, so you can take probably at least 80% of this. Uh-oh, Marissa, I think you might be frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Can you hear me, Marissa?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can take a majority of that information.
Yes, but my daughter she's not a young child. She is an adult, but the stuffed animal part really resonates. She moved from North Carolina back home to Ohio before her death.
Okay. Let me see why she was showing me. Would there have been a diagnosis when she was younger? I'm sorry?
She was a very medically complex child in childhood, and then had cancer as an adult, and that's what took her life.
Okay, because she was taking me back. Okay, so okay, I can understand that. Okay, let me continue with her. Now I do feel like prior to her cancer diagnosis, I feel like she was very driven and really excited about her career path. And you'd understand that about her?
Um, kind of. She was very passionate about what she did.
Okay. Because I just feel this drive kind of pushing her through. And I feel like this eagerness to continue to work on what it is that she felt was kind of her soul's kind of mission, if that makes sense. I just feel like with her, there was just like, sorry?
Her passion was art.
Oh, passion was art. Okay.
Was art.
Okay.
She was an artist.
Oh, okay. Okay. Beautiful. I do feel like she is showing me a fairly large piece of art that you have in your home. Did she used to sketch or draw? Was that kind of like one of her favorite artistic kind of forms?
Yeah.
Okay, because she is showing me this and very detailed. And you have some of her artwork framed though, is what she's letting me know.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And she's showing me an image of you holding her hand in the hospital, or hold on, let me take that back. Sorry. I don't feel like this is the hospital setting. I feel like it's a medical setting, or I feel like I can see her in a hospital bed, but I don't feel like this is a hospital. Would you understand that? Where she would have
Yes,
passed?
she
Okay.
was in, she was in she was in hospice at a medical facility,
Okay.
at
Okay.
a hospice facility.
Okay. Okay. It just didn't look, she kind of corrected me. It wasn't like a big hospital. It was kind of smaller, more intimate is what she made me feel. But she's showing me you holding her hand, and she's making me aware that she could hear you even though she wasn't able to speak back. And you'd understand this? Oh, I'm sorry. It's kind of freezing up a little bit. Did you catch that, Marissa?
Yes,
Oh, it's hard
yes,
to, okay.
Okay. Could you understand what I said?
yes.
Okay, okay, thank you. I'm sorry, we're having a little bit of the tech issues. But I know even with that kind of tech issue that we're having, she's just really wanting to very strongly come through. She's wanting to go back to Mother's Day, which I know is, several weeks ago, but she's showing me like a pink flower. And I feel like this is something that she wants to give to you. So, what she's making me feel like is that this is something that either feels like a sign or something you would recognize from her is pink flowers. Would you understand that, Marissa? Oh, I'm so sorry. It's
I
freezing.
kind of frozen, unfortunately. It's so
Um,
hard for you tonight, huh, Kamberlee? This is frustrating to be able to. So it looks like Marissa is completely frozen, though, unfortunately.
oh,
Um,
okay. Well,
but
sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, Elizabeth. Sorry.
what I was going to say is if you would like to just say anything more that her daughter wanted to say to her, I'm sure
Yeah.
that she'll be able to watch the recording if she's not able to
That
be
makes
here.
sense. That makes sense. Let me just check in with her and see. Um, I just really get the sense that it was important for her to come through because I feel like um, her mom's been going through a difficult time. So it's just that extra love that needed to be passed along. Um, Not some huge message, but just, Mom, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, and I love you. And please know that I'm there. So continue to talk to me because she's making me feel like she hears you. So I'm sorry there was that tech issue, but your daughter was just pushing through and very just adamant about wanting to connect with you and let you know that she loves you. So yeah, and I know we're getting close, but
Yes, you're doing a wonderful job, by the way. It's not easy to do this when there are technical difficulties. And yeah, we could have time for one more if you'd like, but we don't have to go with one more. Whatever you'd
let's do
like
it.
to do.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, now I do have a very small little boy. He has darker hair and just a beautiful smile, big brown eyes, super sweet. I mean, just like a cuddle bug. And he's not giving me how he passed, but he's sharing with me that it was sudden or unexpected or it was quick. Um, And I also have to acknowledge Grandma because he's also very close to Grandma as well. Spent a lot of time with Grandma. So, and I'm picking up on a T name also with him. So I don't know if this is like Tim or Timothy, but I'm getting a T name. And I also know he loved animals. Animals were big for him. He loved animals. Um, and he always liked to repeat things. So whether he would repeat the same thing or he would repeat what you said, but he would even like watching a show, he would repeat it. And he would almost like memorize some of the favorite sayings or something from his favorite shows. So you would know that he would like to repeat things. So let's see who can take this.
So, it doesn't look like anyone's taking it yet. Irene, do you see anyone on the screen?
No,
Okay.
no one's messaged me.
I'm not sure if Tim or Timothy is his name, but it's related to him. I'm hearing that name. Just see. He's just a gentle, like kind soul. And he one of his favorite things to do with you was to have you read to him. And he would just curl up in your arms and you guys would read a book together. Let's see what else. And again, love for animals, but even like if he would go outside, he would find a worm or something in the yard, he'd bring it up to you and he was so gentle with it. Um,
Oh,
let's see.
Mary is saying, my son, but not small, very brown eyes, super sweet, kind soul, rescued animals. Yes, as a young child, read together like that.
Okay, but not small. Mary, can I talk to Mary? Can we unmute her? I just want to see what age. Sometimes they do show me a younger version of themselves to start.
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Okay, so you can take a lot of this, but the
Yeah.
age is
Right.
okay. So I don't want to go like I don't want to go young man or adult. This would have to be a child.
No, I mean, I'll tell you, he was 21.
Okay. Yeah, unless he was sick or diagnosed at that age, that would be the only reason why he's kind of showing me referencing that period of time as being important.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel like I am with someone younger. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let me scroll down here.
We might actually have someone who is not on tonight, but who will be listening to the recording. This
Okay.
sometimes
Yeah.
happens. So
Okay. Well,
if
hopefully we can find who his mom or dad is because he's just so cute. And he's saying, like I can hear him say, I was a little monkey. I was all over the place. So, he's adorable. So, I'll go ahead and thank him and hopefully someone will hear this and take the tea and female. Okay, no, definitely a little boy. So I would have to say it was a little boy, but all right, Elizabeth. Well, thank you so much.
thank you. And I know that we had quite a few children come through, but I always like to make sure that all of the parents understand, and this is something that you talked about in the beginning, that all of our kids are here and they're helping each other to come through. And maybe you can elaborate on that just to let everybody know.
Absolutely, absolutely. When I'm connecting, even if it's for like one or a pair of kiddos in spirit, I can sense all of their friends because all of our kiddos get together They learn about each other, they learn their stories, they become friends, and they want to help each other out. So just know that even if your child didn't come through for a contact, your child is still present because they want to see you and they want to help their friends out. So it's really just so incredible to see and to witness what they're doing on the other side. And if you could just see what I'm seeing, would be so proud of your kids, giving someone else's child the opportunity to come through to make the contact tonight. But yeah, and again, you don't have to be born a medium. We're all capable of connecting with our loved ones, whether it be a parent in spirit or a child. They always want us to know that they're there and they're available and they hear us. We don't have to talk out loud. We can talk to them in our heads, but they definitely can hear us. And yeah, that love, it never dies.
Thank you. That's exactly what we need to hear. And it's always so nice to know that they're all together and they're helping each other out. And they're actually teaching each other how to communicate because they are learning as much as we are. So
Yeah.
thank you for letting everybody here know about that. And we always ask, Irene, did you want to say something as well?
No, just thank you,
before-
Kamberlee. So nice to see you again.
Of
Hope to
course,
see
Erin,
you
thank
again
you.
soon.
So wonderful. And everyone's saying thank you in the chat box. And we always ask everybody to unmute and say thank you themselves if they'd like to. So
Thank you,
go ahead.
Kimberly.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
all.
Thank
so much for
you.
Thank you
sharing.
so
you.
much.
Thank you so
Night,
much.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Bye, everyone.